I've been getting a lot of messages from the LinkedIn, especially from the people who want to become an AI engineer or aspiring to become a data scientist. I mean, they know what courses they have to take and they know what content they need to focus on and all. But there are some of the things which they also should know apart from the courses. There are some of the strategies we should know. Everyone should know who want to become a data scientist or a AI engineer. So right, even though you're from, you're a fresher or you're a freshly entered into the IT industry, or if you are experienced professional, there are some strategies are there to become a data scientist, especially to get the job as a data scientist as early as possible. So in this video I'm going to discuss the same, like job hunting strategies for the AI roles or the data science roles. So understand one thing. It's like, everybody knows, everybody suggests the courses and all, right? It's very much important to know certain things apart from the courses. So in this video I'm not discussing about like what are the courses you have to take it and what are the technical skills that is required to become a data scientist and all. Assuming that whoever is viewing this particular video, assuming that you already know what courses you have to take to become a data scientist, but don't know, people are not have any idea like what strategies they need to follow to what strategies they need to follow to get the data science jobs as early as possible, right? So yeah, so if you see, right, if you see the people really just that they want to become a data scientist at different stages, right? I am going to give the explanation for each of the stage or each of the each of the timeline basically they belongs to. So let's start with the people who are in the undergraduation, right? So of course, if one person joins the BTech in a data science field, or in a DS branches are there, right? Branches related to different DS, or like many colleges are calling different branches. Some colleges will call data science branch with AI, DS branch with computer vision and NLP and ML, data engineering. Different branches evolved in recent years, right? I just want you, because you are in a BTech first and third year and you want to become a successful data scientist as soon as once you completed your BTech, right? So again, as I keep on saying, right, since you have a lot of time, right, you need to focus on this foundational knowledge, right? Foundational knowledge is very important, right? And you have to spend a lot of time on understanding each and every component in the 4 years, in the span of 4 years or first 3 years, especially when you are from DS related branch. If you are if you are coming from DS related branch, it is very much important that you should mainly focus on the foundational knowledge. And remember one thing, it's not always you need to study for exams, right? Exams or academics. Of course, academics and exams are really important to pass that particular semester and all, but always understand that there is a great world beyond the academics as well. You need to understand what's happening around the AI world, and also try to read many blogs, and if it is possible for you, right, you can also participate in different hackathons and have a group. Some active groups will be there, AA community groups. You can also be a part of that particular group. And very much important for you is like, you have to practice a lot and have a complete understanding on this foundational knowledge. This is really important. Most of the people will study for the exams, but it's not just for the exams. After a few years, right, nobody cares about how much CGP you have. They only care about your foundational knowledge and the experience you have. So since you have time, I strongly recommend that you should be able to understand, you should be able to, you know, grasp whatever the things that you are possible, right? In a foundational knowledge. If you are especially from the DS related branch, data science related branch. Let's say if you are not from DS related branch, something like ECE or triple E. There are different branches, right? If you are part of these branches, of course, academics are really important no matter what branch you are from. You have to clear the academics, so that is your main priority. Even though if you are EC branch or triple E branch or even the MEC branch or a civil branch, right? If you realize that from some of your friends, or that even though if you're a mechanical branch, you realize that if you want to become an AI engineer, start learning AI, start learning AI from your second year probably, right from your second year probably, from the outside courses. Okay, outside courses apart from your academics, or have a complete talk with the friends who are part of the AI or DS whenever you want to become a data scientist but you are not in the data science branch. Clear? And and then very more, and one more important thing, right? University curriculum, even if you are from DS background, right? The university curriculum alone is not sufficient. Even though they have designed it very well, by the time you arrive to that particular course might updated, or that course requires some more refined structure, uh, which is, I mean, when we compare to the industry, I'm talking about the whatever the university curriculum, right? That might not be sufficient because industry is changing very rapidly. So realize that point, and also if required, right? If you feel that whatever the university curriculum, it is not enough, even though if you are from DS branch, I recommend you to spend a money on taking some course. Okay, so that is also one of the important. I mean, buying the course and utilizing that particular course is up to you, right? You mean you need not to worry about buying the course, but you need to worry about how to utilize it very efficiently. So keep in mind that university curriculum alone is not sufficient. It is only for your academics and to get the good CGPA. That's it, right? And as already told, right, if you are from another branch, your focus should be on outside courses. You have to take some outside courses as early as possible. And once you learn that AI or the DS, once you feel that confident, develop multiple real-time projects. Right. What I mean by that is, let's say if you are from different branch, go to the HODs or some faculty, right, who are the part of the DS, and have a speak with them and tell them that you are interested in AI and you want to build some hobby project, right? Tell him that like that. Tell him. So every professor gonna happy when you show the interest in that particular project or in that particular area. So it's very important for you, right? If you want to become a data scientist apart from the courses that you are taking, so just expose your interest towards the AI in front of the AI professors. They're going to help us building the real-time projects, right? This is really important. And of course, everybody says that start building the network in the LinkedIn, have a discussion with the people who already become a data scientist or the AI engineer, take the feedback, and feedback in the sense, once you come to the fourth year or the third year, right? Build a resume and send it for review. Take a reviews, right? See, whenever you are sending for reviews, this review is not from the professors, right? Professors might give some generic reviews, but what I suggest is send this review to the industry experts, right? Someone, if you, let's say if you want to become a Java developer, send your resume to the Java developer, experienced Java developer. Or if you want to become an AI engineer, just send this resume to the someone who is already expert in the AI, in industry level, right? So they will give you the proper or the better idea, like where exactly you are standing and where what are the tweaks you need to done in your resume, right? So yeah, that's for the students who are doing their undergraduation, right? This is the strategy in the sense, like, you have to keep these points in your mind whenever you want to become a data scientist, right? And yeah, now let's go to the freshly graduated students. We call it as a freshers, right? And here is the this is the most interesting group of people, right? These we can, I mean, this is where, like, a lot of struggles, we see a lot of ups and downs, right? And first of all, remember that once you completed your job, it's if your university is able to give you the placement, I mean, if your university is able to get you to hide in some of the companies, I mean, if you get the placement, that is well and good. In case if you are not getting the placement, remember that that is not end of your life, or it's not like dead end. There are multiple ways out there. Let me discuss that in a separate video. But for now, just let's not demotivate or disappoint too much about yourself. Like whenever you don't get the placements, if and your friends are getting the placements, right? And and assuming that you already done the AA course or the DS course, you get some certification, you get some certifications, and using that certifications you also place a very well resume, assuming that you have done all the groundwork that is related to I mean that is which are required for the job hunting and all. But still, many, at least as per my observation, as per my connections I have seen that still there are many freshers who are not able to get the job as a data scientist. I'll tell you one thing. I understand if you are done your degree in the data science field or the AI field, right? Let's not hesitate to accept the job for the different stream. You got my point? So even though if you got an opportunity as a Java developer, right? Just accept it for now, or some Python developer, right? Please be ready to accept the job, whatever the job you are getting, right? You should be, of course, whatever the companies they are hiring, right? They consider you as a fresher, which means that you have not you don't have any experience in building anything, right? That is true, right? Companies know that. So that's why whatever the technique, understand that. No, I'm not saying that go to any job as possible. You have to choose a job, whether that particular job is a technical job or non-technical job. If it is a technical job, right, just accept that job. Let's not worry about is it AI or DS or something else, right? If it is a Java developer, say yes, or if it's a Python developer, say yes, or any data engineering job or any production support job, just say yes, right? Because that is your first job, right? Once you got that first job, right, from your current profile or from your current domain, switching to the AI, switching from your current domain, right, from your current domain, right, transition to the AI or the data science, right, will not be that much, challenging. You can switch it very easily once you get the I mean once you get the job, right? So most of the freshers I know personally, they have done a data science or the AI engineer, I mean AI course as part of their BTech graduation. They are somewhat reluctant or hesitated to accept the jobs from the different profiles. But I just think about it. How many days you gonna, I mean, I have seen many people are spending like 6 months or 7 months, 8 months just for searching the DS and AI. Just instead of doing that, right? Just grab an opportunity, right? So that is very important. Just grab an opportunity and let's make a plan to switch the career towards the AI or DS. Okay, that is one important thing. And another important thing that, and many youngsters, right? I mean, freshly graduated students, right? They are very much worried about their first CTC. I understand your friend or someone who are not smarter than you get the high package, and it will be very shameful. I mean, you feel like a shameful that if you get somewhat lesser CTC than what your friend is getting. That all stays for some time only, like only for 2 years or 3 years it will be there. After that, right? You can based on your courses that you are doing, based on your commitment and all, your CTC will hike up to anywhere which you have not imagined earlier. So that's why, right, when you are very passionate about this IT field and when you're passionate about the AI or data scientist, let's not worry about your first CTC, no matter it's a 3 LPA or even 2.5 LPA. Just try to join. This is a very valuable suggestion I'm giving, right? Because see, nobody will, I mean, once you get into the job, right, your salary gonna rise. It's like, it gonna be a big hike when you are very much technical, I'm saying, right? So let's not also feel somewhat humiliated or somewhat, you have not achieved something. It's not like that. If you get the job, just go for it, but make sure it's a technical part. Okay, I mean it's a technical job. And yeah, as I already mentioned, once you get the first job, transition into the DS or AI is not that much greater task, right? There are some strategies to do that as well. And And right, once, I mean, this is also very much important point, even for these guys also, right? Choose a very good mentor. Just check in your network or check in your, check in your relatives or someone. Be vocal about your situation. Be vocal about, like, wherever you are lagging, and take their suggestions, right? Because they already see in the industry, right? Take some suggestions and send your resume to them. Have a mock interviews, and till the time you get the job, just be in touch with that particular person. That person might not able to provide you the job, but he is very useful for you to put your thoughts or put your confusion in a, removing your confusion and put it in a proper way. So getting a mentorship is also really important for the freshly graduated. And also, as I mentioned, resume reviewing is very much important by your mentor and all. So this might not be as, I mean, this might take some time, right? Just be active, like 4 to 5 months, like this, in this way. 4 to 5 months after you learn, after you finishing the courses, I'm saying. It's not like course duration. After you finish the course, let's be active in this area for 4 to 5 months. If you feel like none of the job is coming, none of the software job, for sure it will come. I'm very guarantee about it, because if you are okay to accept any job, right, for sure they're gonna give it, right? If you are not getting the job, you can make a plan to make masters, something like MTech, or some people can afford MS as well. Let's do our MTech, or let's go for MTech or MS, especially in the AI or DS, right? If you ask me, right, why MS or MTech, rather than, if it is not working for 4 to 5 months, it's like, the gap is getting increased, and it also increases the pressure on you and on your parents as well. So let's go for MTech or MS, that too again in the AI or DS, when you want to become a AI engineer or a data scientist. It's very much, it will help. After 2 years, you will get a job, and again you will get a job, because you have a master's, right? The chance of getting a job might be higher, right? This the people can think about it. And and then there are many people, right, entry level software engineers, right? They already received the job offer and also working as a software engineer, but in a different domain. Let's say in a production support, or, I mean, most of the freshers in the MNCs, they hired for a production support. That's why I'm saying that again and again. If you are get a some people might hire as a Java developer, some lucky people basically, and .NET developers. There are many for many roles the companies will hire. And if you realize that you want to become a data scientist over there, and what I suggest for that kind of people, right? Understand what are the project you hired, right? Understand that project very well. This is very important. Most of the freshers, they don't try to understand the project and the business beyond that. So I recommend you to understand what is the current project, and also find some of the problem statements, right, that are present in the your project. And I mean, and you know that you can, I mean, you can try to solve them using AI. So for this, you require to learn AI. So again, I'm saying, so whatever the strategies I'm talking about, assuming that you already done some courses or done some learning in the AI or data science, right? If you done that, definitely you're gonna find some of the problems in the existing project. Just take that project and into your system or personal system or wherever, right? Take that as a problem statement and try to solve it. Since you have a real-time access in your project, you're gonna understand more about, like, how you can solve it and how you can productionize it. Many things you can aware, right? And and also there are higher chances that in your team or in your surroundings there will be someone who is really well aware with data science or AI engineer. Basically, if you find someone who is doing the AI work or data scientist in your company, that will be a very good thing. Have a discussion with them, right? Understand how real time work will be. And also, if he is very close to you, right, you can ask him to hire him into that, I mean, hire him, right, I mean, you can ask him to hire you into that particular project. There are chances, right? Build a network, offline network also in your company. Just understand their code and understand their work, everything, right? What they are doing. Once you have that particular thing, right? I mean, of course, if you have the internal postings for AI, just be active in that internal postings, right? What I mean by that, in many big companies like TCS or Infosys, right? They do have internal transfers or internal postings, right? So that particular internal postings also you can apply, right? And see, once you have the confidence, right? Once you have a confidence like what the work is going on over there, and if you are lucky enough, right? If you are lucky enough, you might get the job itself, I mean a role itself in the same company. There are chances a role in the same company, right? In the same company also you can get the AI roles. In case if you're not getting that particular AI role in the same company, that's okay. If you have the complete knowledge of how the AI people are working in this particular project, or what is the code and what is the work pattern they are doing, if you are able to grasp that in your resume, right, you can mention that you worked as a AI engineer or a data scientist for some particular time, right? So once you mention that in your resume, right, you're gonna apply for some other companies, or if you're gonna apply into that Naukri or somewhere, right, you're gonna get some AA role for sure, right? And after that, you can work for 2 or years, 1 or 2 years, and just boom, your salary gonna hike a lot, right? So I understand it's very much need to say that, like, since I'm a beginner, if you're asking me to say that I already done some of the A projects and TS projects on observing the current projects and all, I understand that, but since you are in very entry level stage, industries might not expect everything from you to do that, right? They're gonna the role will be like on top of you. There should be some team lead or a senior management will be, I mean, team lead or some senior data scientist will be there, and he gonna monitor your work wherever the role you are going to, right? To get some confidence, I recommend you to solve some of the problem statements that are part of your current project, right? Do a basic real-time work, basic real-time work. That is very much important here. Basic real-time work, right? Once you have done basic real-time work, things gonna under control. So this is the strategy for entry-level software engineer and experienced professionals, right? Experienced professionals, I mean, they might have the experience anywhere between 5 to 7 years. How they can be a how they can switch their career into the data science in the sense, right? You're already professional, right? So you know how things will be in the industry, and I mean how the solution, I mean how the productionization will happen, how the problem statement will come, everything. There should be a structure. You are very well with the work structure that is there in your current project. So you can directly have discussion with your manager. Again, I'm saying, I'm assuming that you know already about the AI or the data scientist. You started learning. Let's say you have completed 50% of your course that you are pursuing, and then you want to build something from the learning that what you have done so far, right? So in that scenario, what you can do is just go and discuss with your manager. Say that what are the current problems. Just try to find some current problems, right? You will able to find it for sure, right? If you start learning the AI, since you're a professional, finding the problems in that particular project is not a I mean, not a big hurdle, I believe, right? And once you find the problem, right, try to address those problems with AI. Once you once you say that and present this particular thing, or offline have an offline conversation with manager saying that we have this problem can be addressed with the AI. I am interested in solving that problem, or I am interested in guiding the team who is involved in this in this problem. So you can be part of that particular work, right? You can be part of that particular work for some time, like 6 months, 6 months, or sometimes 8 months, right? Even though if you are not officially as a AI engineer, but you started working as a AI engineer, right? And create a complete plan, because managers will not say no once you have a complete plan and solution, for that particular problem using the AI. right? And and it is also very much important for the experienced folks, like they need to invest some time on AI conferences, right? And also, like, as I earlier said, whenever, I mean, for the entry level people, right, it is for us, I mean, for the ex professionals also, it is very much required to have a everyday conversation with AI teams and understand their work pattern and the structure workflow what they are doing, right? And since you are a professional, right, you need to start a POC, proof of concept, and complete that particular thing with the productionization. This is very important for the experienced professionals. At least you need to solve, at least solve in the sense you need to able to manage yourself to say that at least I have productionized five problems using AI. I mean, or you can say that somewhere, like, you have built AI application productionized up to, like, five different variety of problem, five, at least five different variety of problems, right? So say for example, like, you are a web developer, right? Web developer in the sense, like, web developer, backend developer, right? Java, right? So in your product, or what are the application that you are handling, you have found that there is a recommendation system you would be aware, right? In YouTube, or or anywhere, right? In YouTube, or any Spotify, or many things are there in the recommendation system, right? In the Flipkart, many, every product will have the recommendation system. Let's say your product is also having that recommendation system, and you feel like something is lagging in the recommendation system. So you can take that as a problem, and you can try to build some solution, and you can productionize it, right? Or you can be the part of the people who are working for this particular feature, right? Or let's say that you have some, your company has some knowledge base, and if you want to build some knowledge graph from that, and I mean, there are many things I can talk about, but at this time it might be technical for make it aware. But what I suggest you is that, like, what are the things that are existing in your current project, take that as, identify the problem, build a POC, and deploy the POC as well. It no more a POC. If you deploy or productionize it, it's a feature. So what I want you to do is, let's build at least five features, such features, right? Then you are a part-time data scientist, but whenever you are appearing for the interviews, right, you can say that you have, like, you already did the AI work, right? So in that way, like, you can, your career transaction will be very smooth without any hurdles, right? So this is for the experienced professionals, and this is also a very interesting group of people. They are coming from the non-tech background, especially like BBA and MBA, business background basically. Of course, the business and the data science or the business analyst jobs are very much overlapped, right? And they are complete eligible to do the DS or DS job, DS jobs, or DA jobs. DA basically data analyst jobs, or business analyst jobs, right? They are, I mean, they are very, very, very complete. I understand they are very much, they are the best persons to do these business analyst jobs and all. But if some people want to become a data scientist from the non-tech background as well, so what they have to do in the sense, right? So if you are from BBA or MBA, instead of instead of taking a course, I recommend you to do the degree in the data scientist, right? Data science degree or analytics degree, rather than some crash courses. Because I understand the crash courses might be helpful. I mean, I'm talking about very harsh reality. I'm saying, I mean, it's not for everyone. May be, yeah, whatever I'm saying, it's not suit to everyone, but most of the people, right, will be successfully able to turn their career into data scientist in this way only. Like, they have to do some, especially if you are from non-tech background, they have to do the data science degree or analytics kind of degree, and then only it's very much higher chances that you will get a data science job, right? Why I'm saying, because I mean, sooner or later, right, the people filtration also based on the kind of degree that we are doing, okay? And right, yeah, and then most of the people might skip from BB or MBA, they will skip the math and coding, but I suggest you to put a understanding on the math and coding. That's why I'm highlighting this here, right? This is really important. See, getting the job is one thing, and growing in the job is also is also an important thing, right? It's not like once you get the first job, you will not stop. Basically, people will not stop over there, right? You have to grow, right? For that, actually, understanding the math and coding is mandatory. It's not even optional. It's really mandatory. And since you're doing the degree in the data science, again, when you're doing the degree, what I mean by that is there are like, the least degree is like, least is like PG diploma, PG diploma in data science. There are many degrees are available, right? From you can understand it's up to you. You can choose from PG diploma to the masters like, masters, right? Masters in data science. That somehow you need to do masters, or you can start thinking of the PG diploma in DS, or you can think till the masters of the DS. You have to do the degrees like this, right? If you do that, right, I mean, industries, think from the industries level, industries perspective. So if you do this, you are officially a data science scholar, right? I mean, data science student, or someone who are from the data science background. So there are higher chances that the people will, companies will hire you. So I will say that let's not spend too much money on crash courses without spending money on these degrees, right? And so since you are doing the doing your course in the PG or diploma, I recommend you to do the multiple capstone projects, not just one. You have to do a very strong projects since you are doing the academics from there, right? You have to do a very strong capstone projects. And also, as usual, the network building is very important, and having the good mentor is also very important. So you have to work on this area as well, not just you. Basically, whoever want to become an AI engineer or a data scientist, having a good mentor is really important. They have to utilize them in such a way that they have to monitor your projects or your resume or your, whatever, whatnot, like your learning pattern, everything, right? So this is for the non-technical background. I mean, for a non-tech background people, it's not impossible to get a job. It is possible, but somewhat hard. That's it. Nothing more on this area, right? And yeah, as a keynotes, right? Like you have to always remember these particular things. Obviously, the passion to become an AI engineer or the DS, right? So it might take some time, right? It will definitely require a time, because that good things really take time. For learning the course and landing in a job might take 1 year. That's what I mean. Sorry about that. So for learning the course, it might take 6 months, and getting a job and everything, right? Complete timeline might take 1 year, right? If you're eagerly doing that. So in the span of 1 year, right? If you're actively investing your time and you are very focused, in the span of 1 year, you can become a complete official data scientist, full-time data scientist. So just keep in mind that good things take time, and always understand that practice is only the luck factor here. There is no other luck factor. People will believe that I don't have luck and my friend got multiple offers and all. Just don't believe in that all of those things. The more you practice, the more luck we will get. That is for sure. So practice is the main key here in the data science domain, right? And also the consistency really matters, right? It's not like that one weekend you're gonna spend 6 hours, and next 3 to 4 weekends you're not you spend 0 hours on learning. So it does not show consistency, right? So the consistency, basically what I mean here is, no matter how much or what job you are doing or what graduation you are doing, if you are aspiring to become an AI engineer or a data scientist, I recommend you to spend at least 1 hour or minimum 30 minutes every day. Every day, at least think about putting 30 minutes onto the learning data science or AI engineer. 30 minutes at least you have to put it, right? So if you put 30 minutes every day, right? So s- after some time you will able to complete the course or complete the learning. So the consistency really matters. It should not be like one weekend you're gonna spend 6 to 9 hours, and after few weekends you are exhausted and you stop learning. So that is not a consistency, right? And of course I have seen many people, right? They are very much concerned about the investments of their money. Of course, if you are already a employee and beginner employee and you are worrying about the investment, let's not worry too much of the stock market, mutual funds, and all the stuff. Just whatever the investment you want to make it, just put it in a good course. That is the best investment that you have done in your life. I'm very sure. Of course, you have to use that particular course in a very useful way, very optimal way, I mean, right? Once you purchase the course, it will be like after purchasing you forgot completing the course. It will not like that. So if you take the course, good course, not all the courses, if you take the good course and if you are able to digest the particular course, that will be a best investment, right? So let's not worry about other investments. Whatever the course, just make a good plan to take a good course, a course, right? A course or degree or whatever, right? That is the best investment that you have done so far, if you ask me. And then let's not skip the mock interviews, right? Most of the people who are not, like, they won't put any concentration or they will not give any importance to the mock interviews. So always understand, I'm talking about the mentor, right? To your mentor, have some mock interviews, right? That will really helpful for your, getting the job or speed up your interview process. Many things, right? Mock interviews and getting the feedback from the mock interview is also very important, right? And also resume, one more important point, resume resume reviewing is also very important. Resume review is also very important from resume review from IT experts. I mean, IT experts in the sense the people who work in the IT industry as a data scientist or the AI engineer, take the feedback or get your resume reviewed by them and take the feedback and implement it. So if you follow these things, right, and if you stay focused and keep on searching the jobs and all, you'll definitely get a good opportunity, right? So I guess that's all from this video. So if you have any questions or any concerns, or if you need some counseling, just use the comment section below. I'm gonna address as early as possible. So happy learning, all the very best. Bye bye.